Rabbi Roni Tabick, it's so nice to welcome you. How are you doing? Who are you?
It's nice to be here. My name's Rabbi Roni Tabick. I'm the rabbi of Stoke Newington Shul. We're a very small little community in East London, a very exciting community, lots of things going on. If you're ever in East London, great to have you. Lovely to be here.
Wonderful to be here. We're talking about Cheshbon HaNefesh today in preparation for Rosh Hashanah, the new year. Tell us a little bit about what Cheshbon HaNefesh is.
Cheshbon HaNefesh is the idea of introspection, looking at your deeds over the last year. Cheshbon comes from the word machshava, which is about thought, about introspection, about calculation. Cheshbon in modern Hebrew means the bill. If you go to a restaurant and ask for the cheshbon, they'll give you the bill. That means it's about calculation, figuring out where you stand. And nefesh means the soul. So Cheshbon HaNefesh is about taking an account of the soul. How are you doing this year? How do you stand? And it's not just about where you failed. I think a lot of the time we tend to focus on that. But it can be about where you've succeeded as well, and trying to get a sense of where you are.
And why is Cheshbon HaNefesh so important at this time, specifically in relation to the 10 days of repentance, which are these 10 days between Rosh Hashanah, the New Year, and Yom Kippur, which is our big fast day? Why Cheshbon HaNefesh today?
On Rosh Hashanah, we imagine that God is the ruler of the universe and is judging everyone, and that God pulls out books of our deeds and examines them and judges us. And at that moment of judgment, I think it's an opportunity for us to reflect, what would that book of our own life say? What would it look like if you could open the book of your life and read it as an objective reader? In Pirkei Avot, ancient text written by the rabbis, Rabbi says that if you think about three things, then you will avoid sin. Know what's above you, an eye that sees, an ear that hears, and that all your deeds are written in the book. If all your deeds were written and you were reading it, what would it say about you? How would you change your life? Would it say that you work too hard? Would it say that you need to look after yourself a bit better? Would it say that you need to be more present for your loved ones? How would it feel to read that book? We imagine that the book is open on Rosh Hashanah, that it's sealed on Yom Kippur. This gives us a chance to reflect on the story so far, know that our end is coming. Eventually, each one of us will pass away. Know that the end of the book is going to be coming, but it is not yet written. We have a chance to reflect on our story so far and decide what the ending of that story will be.
And I guess in relation to the year that many of us have just had, which for much of the year or part of the year has been in lockdown, for many people in different types of restrictions, some people also experiencing quite a lot of fear in relationship with this pandemic that we've just lived through. I guess doing some of that recalibration, resetting, and alongside that examination can be quite empowering to kind of take back ownership over our lives in what you're describing.
Yeah, I feel like we often approach Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur as if it's this time of fear, as if we're going to be beating ourselves up about all the terrible things and the way we failed. And it can be that. I don't want to diminish the power of that. And sometimes we need to feel like we've let ourselves down and we can be better. Like we need that moment as well sometimes. But given the year we've had and the ongoing pandemic situation, I feel like many of us need to be a bit kinder to ourselves. And we can take this Cheshbon HaNefesh not as a chance to beat ourselves up some more, but as a chance to think, well, what actually have we done? You know, in what ways have you held yourself together this year? In what ways have you done well? And what ways do you need? What do you need to keep going through this very difficult time?
Rabbi Roni, it's been wonderful to have you with us. I wish you and your community a really happy and sweet new year. The final word is with you.
Whatever this new year brings, I hope it brings you time and space to reflect as well as to be with those you love. May it be a sweet new year for all of us.
Shana tova.
Shana tova.